Module 1, Section 2, Food Contamination and the Science of Food Safety. Food safety refers to the preparation, handling and storage of food, meant to prevent foodborne illness and injury. Safe food handling practices and procedures are implemented at every stage of the food production life cycle in order to curb these risks and prevent harm to consumers. What is food contamination? Food contamination is the presence of any objectionable, potentially harmful or unpleasant substance in food. There are 4 types of food contamination: microbial, physical, chemical, and allergen. Contamination can cause offence, injury, illness, and can be fatal. What is foodborne illness or food poisoning? Foodborne illness, also foodborne disease, is any illness resulting from the spoilage of contaminated food, pathogenic bacteria, viruses or parasites that contaminate food, as well as prions, the agents of mad cow disease, and toxins such as aflatoxins in peanuts. Typically, a foodborne illness is transmitted via a fecal-oral route. The incubation period is longer than food poisoning. For example, listeria can take 90 days. Food poisoning is caused by eating something that has been contaminated with germs. For food poisoning, the incubation period can be from 1 to 6 hours depending on the bacteria involved. The above can also be referred to as hazards. Definition of hazards: anything that could cause harm to consumers. Physical contaminants such as stone, glass, plastic, wood, metal. Chemical contaminants such as pesticide, herbicide, bleach, detergents. Biological contaminants such as bacteria, viruses, molds, and parasites. Causes of food poisoning. There are a number of causative agents of food poisoning, including microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses, molds, and fungi. Natural poisons found in food, aflatoxins and toxic mushrooms. Chemicals and metals such as mercury, pesticides, metal shavings from tin openers. Natural poisons include wild mushrooms, green potato, red kidney beans. Bacteria are single-celled living microorganisms. The most common form of food poisoning is bacterial food poisoning. To survive and multiply, bacteria need water, food, correct temperatures, time. Most, but not all, need oxygen. Bacteria binary fission. Under these conditions, bacteria will multiply by dividing into 2 every 10 to 20 minutes. After 6 hours, one bacterium can multiply into 262,144 bacteria, more than enough to cause food poisoning. 3 types of bacteria: pathogenic, cause illness; helpful, used to make beer, cheese, yogurt, etc. Spoilage, cause food to perish or rot. Pathogenic microorganisms linked to food poisoning and foodborne illness. Campylobacter jejuni, Staphylococcus aureus, Bacillus cereus, Salmonella, E. coli 0157H7, Clostridium perfringens, Norovirus, Listeria. How do bacteria contaminate food? Food poisoning bacteria comes from 5 main sources: food handlers, especially their hands; raw foods such as meat, poultry, shellfish and vegetables; pests and animals; air and dust; dirt and food waste. Animal products: produced through contaminated water or soil, prepared through contaminated surfaces, the environment when animals poop. Spore-forming bacteria. Some bacteria form spores which are highly resistant dormant structures, that is, no metabolic activity, formed in response to adverse environmental conditions, such as from boiling, acid or alkaline conditions. The formation of these spores is known as sporulation. Even when food has been cooked, if bacteria have survived in spore form, they may be able to germinate, sprout after a period of dormancy, and multiply again once food cools down. The canning industry is based on the principle of preservation of food by heat treatment to kill any spores present. High-risk foods. Moist. High water content provides good conditions for bacterial growth. High in protein. Provides nutrients for bacteria and microorganisms. Ready to eat. Inadequately cooked or stored foods, not requiring further processing before consumption. Dairy products. Requiring strict time and temperature control. Keep at temperatures either below 5 degrees C or above 63 degrees C.